Okay, let's talk to Christopher. Christopher,
Hey, what's up, guys?
what's
Hey,
happening for him?
Hey.
Hey, uh, who wins the theater fuckhead award? Who have you encountered in the theater?
Okay, so you brought this up, and the first thing that came to mind was I don't know how it is in the theaters that you guys go to, but in my area, let me mute this real quick.
Is that
yeah,
Street
just
We
bring
Fighter?
on
have
Street Fighter real quick.
no, we have to decide which seats before we buy the tickets.
Some
Is that
places do that. I've never
Yes.
been to one of those places, but
In Japan, they're all like that.
yeah,
That's the only time I've really done it, I think. And I have to say, I think I prefer it.
yeah. I would think would work really well.
I got exactly the seat I wanted, and it allowed me to show up 5 seconds before the movie started. It wasn't like,
Yeah.
oh, I hope I get a seat.
Gotta get a good seat.
I showed up right on time,
Mm.
sat in my seat. I liked it. I don't know. Anyway,
so? I actually prefer it too, but my theater had just started going with that system, and the movie I went to go see was Hateful Eight.
Okay.
And I remember I was with a group of friends, and this lady had sit in our seats that we had chosen, and she had also put a sweater to save another seat where I had also, well, me and my friends had also picked up. And so
classic.
I
classic
went and I kind of like
reservation.
Yep.
stood in front of her, and I was like, well, this is the seat that I chose. And she just continued to ignore me and just stare ahead. So I didn't get to sit in that seat. So what I did to kind of annoy her was I sat right next to her, which kind of played against me because she was also the same kind of person. Her and her boyfriend were just cackling the whole movie. It
Oh god.
Oh God.
was terrible, especially at the end of the movie. Well, I don't want to ruin it,
Don't.
but there's a pretty obscene scene that involved two dudes, and they just
You're
couldn't handle
spoiling
it.
it.
They were just super loud the
Now
whole
we
time.
know that there's it ends on fucking.
Something like that. Anyways, that's
Why
what
can't it
came
be
to
called the
mind.
Grateful Eight? Like, why does it have to be angry?
Not so much hate.
Why not No Woman's Sky? You ever think about stuff like that?
Yeah.
Me too. Anyway,
Have you guys ever run into problems with getting seats ahead of time?
I've never theaters never used that because none of our really systems around here do.
yeah.
But in terms of other reservations, I'm trying to think of where I went and somebody was sitting in my seat that I reserved. I can't.
The biggest fucking hassle, and I think back, and it was like I was a dumb kid, but also there were dumb people there. Was when Spider-Man 2 or 3 came out. It wasn't that long ago. So I mean, comparatively, I guess it was a decade ago. But it was Spider-Man 3, I think. And I remember I got to the theater. I got out of school, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go down. I don't even want to go home. I'm gonna go straight to the theater and just like, it was for the midnight showing,
Yeah.
and it was like I know there's gonna be a line, so I'm just gonna go now. I had a night class,
Yeah.
so I was like, I'm just gonna go now and just chill down there, and I knew like 10 people going, so it was like when they get there, whatever. I'll save some seats or something like that. Or no, not seats. They probably won't even let us in until it's like 9 something right now. So they'll by the time they get there, we'll all go in. Okay. And we wait. I waited in line, and they let people into the theater at like 10 for the midnight. It was like, what the fuck? I'm not ready for this. So they let us all in the theater, and everyone takes their seats, and it's like I've got like 10 people coming. I
Yeah.
know there's like 10 people. It was like Sean and a couple people, but then
Yeah.
they were bringing like all their friends from Chili's or something. When they worked there.
Yeah.
So I was like, shit. And so I didn't know what to do. And the theater was filling up. So there was a guy at the end of this one row. And I sat at the other. And I went over to that guy. And I was like, hey, please, can you help me? Can you just tell people not to sit here? Okay, sure. And he's like, oh, yeah, you have people coming? I'm like, yeah, this whole row. And he's like, people are going to probably come in and sit here. And I'm like, dude, I'm going to go get snacks. I'll get you popcorn if you make sure no one comes in. I was like, it's worth it. I was like trying to like be so nice to that guy. I was like, this whole row, block out this whole row. Seriously, what do you like popcorn? Yeah. All right, I'll go. I just was like, no, we can't. I don't want to like lose everybody in the same. So yeah, I gave that guy popcorn, and then I don't normally, I didn't at the time buy popcorn that often. It was fucking expensive.
Yeah.
So whatever, I got him that. I was like, thank you so much, dude. And then I got a message that they were all outside, and I was like, okay, cool. Shit, I have all their tickets. Because I think I bought tickets ahead of time. They were just going to pay me back. Okay, so I ran outside, gave them the tickets, and then they let everybody in, and they were like, okay, cool. By the way, you can, we opened another theater to show this, so you guys can be the first ones in there. Oh, what the fuck? I just bought that guy fucking popcorn. So that was it. It was no point. I held all those seats for like 2 hours, and I fought people off for 2 hours. Yeah. No, don't come in here. Don't come in here. And then when they showed up, it was like, yeah, you have we had like our own theater to ourselves. It was awesome.
And that guy had a row to himself. So.
Yeah, and it was like, what was the fucking point? I spent like $10 in 2 hours trying to get this to work, and I felt like a fucking idiot, so I never did that again. I realized I cared too much about this. We should have just dealt with it when they got there. But that's me. I'm like fucking George Costanza when it comes to that shit. You know what I mean? It's like, no. Yeah, you gotta get there early. Oh no, you gotta set aside the seat. Oh, you gotta get to the airport. You gotta get to the airport soon. We had our own theater for that shitty, terrible movie. That movie sucks.
Which one was it?
Spider-Man 3.
Oh, I've never seen Spider-Man 3.
You've never seen it?
I've only seen Spider-Man 2 because it came with my PSP.
Oh, not 1?
Nope.
1, people will tell you, oh, classic. No, it's not. It was bad. A year after it came out, it was not good. At that time, I remember thinking, yeah, that was fun, but like, we're like holding it on a benchmark. It's not that good.
I can't tell you what 2 is about.
2 was a good movie, for its time. Over time, has worn away. It's really not.
Really,
but for that time, it achieved better things than the first one. Spider-Man 1, I feel like had pretty much expired after a year. 2 took like 7 years. But man, you watch it now, it's really not that good.
Yeah.
It's not the worst. It's not you could do much worse, but it's not it's kind of lost its touch. 3 was fucking bad the moment it started. They shoved so many things. I remember leading up to 3, and there was rumors going up into it that were like, in Spider-Man 1, they set up like the Green Goblin might come back. You don't know. Is he going to come back? Like they kind of set that, but nothing happened with it in 2. So it's like, is that over or what's going on? And then the rumors came in. He's come back in 3. Okay. Oh, it's come back in 3. Okay. Oh, and the villain is going to be him and the Sandman. Oh, the Sandman. Well, I heard rumors that Venom is in it. Oh shit. Venom is it. Okay. There were like so many rumors, and they all ended up being true, and that was the worst thing. Because then you had a movie that was like, oh my God, they're doing, you know what I mean? They were like pumping too many things into it. It was like, oh my God, stop. And I just remember, something that I will say, it's a little more special then than now. Now we're in superhero. It's been run into the ground, but
that was like the beginning of it, wasn't it?
That was toward maybe not the first, but at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes. And one thing that when I was eating that stuff up, one thing that I loved is Spider-Man 1 and 2 had such great endings. Spider-Man 1,
I forgot how 2 ended.
Yeah, I don't know the exact terms of the ending, but it still ended with like, I am Spider-Man, heroic ending. Spider-Man 1 had a great ending. He's trying to get with Mary Jane the whole time, and then he accepts the mantle of Spider-Man. And at the end, she's like, I really like you. Like, maybe this could be something more. It's like, holy shit, he's finally going to get with her. And he says, sorry, no, and walks away because he's committed to being Spider-Man. And it shows him like swinging above the rooftops. I am Spider-Man. Boom! That's how you end a movie.
Yeah.
3 ends with like him and Mary Jane have all these problems, and at the end it's like, well, I think we can work through them. Yeah, you can work. Yeah, I'm good. Okay. Hug And then I remember it faded to black and the credits just came up. It was like, did that just end on a hug? Like, you know what I mean? It was like a hug and a crossfade to the credits. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like such a wet napkin compared to the other movies. It was weird. It was so weird. 3 also had Spider-Man becomes like emo Spider-Man. Like I
I've
hate
seen
that word.
clips of that and stuff
But
like
it
that.
was
That's the
like-
only thing I remember from that movie.
Yeah, it was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? It was just, and I remember leaving the movie theater and people still had that hype, like, yeah, cool, yeah. And one guy was like, that was really bad. What? What are you talking about? And he's like, yeah, everyone kept telling me they hope that, you know, as long as it's not as bad as X-Men 3, but I think that might have been worse than X-Men 3. I was like,
Really? Again, I've only seen 2. I've
Yeah.
only seen X-Men 2. I've never
Oh,
seen
really?
1 or 3.
X-Men 3, I think, is still the worst.
Really?
Yeah, X-Men 3, you have a director that was taking his job seriously with 1 and 2. And even 1 I don't really like that much. 2 I thought was pretty 2 again, over time maybe not as good as it used to be, but has some amazing sequences in it. To this day, of everything they've done in superhero movies or the like.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, and you've seen 2, you just
Yeah.
said that. You just said that. Okay. I don't think there's anything directorially that has topped the opening of X2.
What was it? The White House?
Nightcrawler breaking into the White
Oh, yeah.
House, I think is phenomenal. I don't know what you thought.
I thought it was cool.
I thought that scene was so
Yeah.
well done. There's some great parts of X2.
Yeah.
It's a little long. If you watch it now, it's like
I don't remember
all
much
right.
of it, but I do remember that part.
Yeah.
And the only reason I saw it in theaters,
Yeah.
was because all my friends were like, "Oh, let's go see it." I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay. I had never really been into X-Men. I'd never seen X-Men 1, and I was like, okay, I'm down to go see a movie.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I
Yeah.
saw X-Men 2.
X-Men 1 to me was kind of like by the numbers. I didn't really care for that, but 2 I liked.
Yeah.
3, so you have a director who did these first 2 movies seriously. 3 was directed by Brett Ratner, who took nothing seriously. So as soon as it was like goofball comedy hour from the moment it started, and it just, I mean, characters that you love die off camera, which is always a good move. You know, when somebody does that in a movie, they die off camera. That's always a great
Yeah.
thing. And you know, directors keep trying that, and it hasn't worked yet. But you know, keep going. It will work. It will eventually work. You can kill someone off camera, and no one will mind. I just don't understand how that happens. Like, it's a main character too.
Yeah.
Does anyone care if I spoil it?
I don't care. I'm never going to see
In
it.
X-Men 3, Cyclops dies off camera. Does that seem right to you in an X-Men movie? He's like out looking at something and and then later it's just like, yeah, Cyclops died. Oh, okay.
Okay.
I thought the worst one in a movie was Pirates of the Caribbean. In the third one, going into the third one, hey, you know the thing that was the biggest threat of the last movie? Yeah, good thing we killed it. Anyway, what the fuck?
It's like, oh, it's
You
dead.
don't just say anyway.
There's no battle.
No, they're on the beach and the Kraken is dead on the beach. It's like, oh, so that's over? Okay. Like, how the fuck do you get it? Who sits there and thinks, yeah, that works? Like, I don't understand. I think the Theater Fuckhead Award should go to Brett Ratner and, you know, Gore Verbinski's a good director. I don't even know what happened in Pirates 3. I don't understand. I was someone who even defended Pirates 2. I saw Pirates 2. I don't think Pirates 1 is, I'm gonna be this controversial.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's as good as, I really don't think it's that great.
I haven't seen them in forever.
I think it's a good movie.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Fun movie.
Yeah.
But like there's this level of worship for that movie that I'm like, nah, that movie's like 40 minutes too long and not really told that elegantly. But it's a fun pirate movie.
Yeah.
So not hating. I'm not hating, but
Are you looking forward to the new one?
No.
So that's what I saw Pirates 2, and it was like, yeah, it was more swashbuckling, and everyone told me how the story was bad, but I was like, I didn't think it was good in the first one either. I just fun swashbuckling, weird
pirate adventure,
weird pirate stuff. So I enjoyed 2 personally. It was like not any. I don't know. I didn't worship that already, so it was fine. It was there. But 3, I couldn't even. That was insufferable. I thought 3 was like, what are we doing? Did you see all 3?
I've seen all 4.
Oh, really?
I've seen
I
the
didn't even
fourth
bother
one.
with
The fourth one blows. I saw that like I don't know, like I think my family wanted like, hey, let's go see a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll go see a movie.
I mean, yeah, if my
like,
family wanted to go,
and
I
I'm
would have
just
gone.
like, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about the 5th one.
You want more of these? I'm like,
I'm good.
are you sure?
Yeah.
Man, I'm like, I didn't have.
Thanks
I
for taking
couldn't
my
have-
call, guys.
I couldn't have that much pizza. No, your call's not done.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I couldn't have that much pizza. It's hardcore, so I stopped.
Yeah.
This is a problem. This I could keep.
I have a problem with when I eat something normal, like savory, not sweet, stuff like that. I crave something sweet afterwards. Every time I get a meal, if I go out to eat, like get a burrito or something like that, and I'm done, I like, ooh, I want something sweet. So sometimes I'll get like a candy bar or something at like a 7-Eleven near a Mexican food restaurant, just so I can have something to eat afterwards. And that's why I like stuff like this, because I'll eat my pizza and I'm like, okay, what sweet stuff? And once they introduce these, I'm like, oh shit, that's a problem for me. Because I do like a $5 pizza.
I didn't think I was going to be into this. Whatever, like a little bit. I can, I can control myself with sweets. However, that's really good.
I know we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
Total opposite in
We are.
in what like we hit a wall with. I like things like chips and like potato chips. Like I hit a wall so quick with those.
Yeah.
But sweets, I can clear a plate of cookies.
Yeah.
I can't stop. But you like the complete opposite.
I'm the opposite. I mean, don't get me wrong. If you give me a shitload of like good chocolate chip cookies,
Yeah.
I'm going to want to eat them all.
Yeah.
But I can control. I have control. Okay. Sweets. You know, if I'm on like a strict diet, I'm only having shakes or something. Oh, there's cookies here? That's okay. I'm on a diet. I can fight it. But you put fucking chips in front of me? Oh my God. What is it? Did you just open Fritos? Are you fucking kidding me? Give me those. Hand me those. I can't. If they're in the room, guess what? They're gone. Like, that's it. I can't. I remember trying, I was really on a strict diet in like early 2008. And then like someone, what was it? I think it was Sean got me a thing of fucking like, I don't know. There was some kind of chips in the office, and it was
really?
like, I'm not strong enough for this. I feel like I was setting up a story there, and I can't remember what it was. Probably wasn't very good. But anyway, all right. Now your call is done.
Yes.
It's over when we say it's over.
Take it
you know?
easy.
Alrighty.
Is that a robe?
Have a good one.
Are you in a robe?
Yeah, it's like a bathrobe, I guess.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. Sadly, I've been in it like every day.
Are you in a situation where you have to like escape the shower being unseen?
Well, I do live with all guys, so
Oh, well then you don't want him to see you.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. Well, okay, fair enough.
Y'all have
All
a
right.
good one.
Take care.
Take it easy.
Okay.